Well, I want to touch on a few things here that I normally don't speak about, but something that's really bothered me here the last few days. Uh, One of the biggest ones is the flag and how it should be treated, and uh, when it shouldn't be flown at full mast or half mast. Um, Something that kind of irked me a little bit as I was walking to work the other day. I noticed that the flags were still flying at full mast, and that's not okay with me. These five brave young men risked their lives for us so that we could be free and enjoy the things we enjoy doing and have the freedoms that we have today. As much as it doesn't seem like we have the freedom, but we do. Um, so I've reached out to county commissioners Seth Crawford, Mike McCabe, and State Representative Mike McLean. The only one who actually got back to me was Commissioner Seth Crawford, and he thanked me for my concerns and said he was working with the state on getting the answers of what they're going to do with the flag. Had a gentleman here in Crook County reach out to me thanking me for my concerns about the flag, and said he also has a request into the state. But as most of you seen yesterday, within 24 hours of me addressing my concerns and the pressure we put on these county commissioners, the flags are now flown at half mast for the respect of these brave young men who lost their lives. Something that kind of really is irritating about this whole thing is, the Black Pride thing. Okay, they have their flag. The gays have their flag. That doesn't bother me as much. Something that does bother me is when you disrespect our flag. It took Obama 2 days to change the flag when Black Pride went in. He never did speak about the tragic events in Chattanooga, Tennessee. It took him 5 days to lower them flags. He made up some wishy-washy, not meaningful apology and condolences to those family of those brave servicemen who lost their lives that day on a terrorist attack. As I was sitting here this morning watching the news, a retired Marine was standing guard, and property owners were okay with it. And now they have changed their minds, and so they told him he had to leave. Well, I'm sorry, that is not okay. I understand where they're coming from, but to defend ourselves on American soil, we should be allowed to. There's no reason why they should not be unarmed. I just want to say thanks for everybody that was backing me on this for getting these flags taken care of the way they are. And there's a few more that I have seen that are not lowered, but I will be speaking with those people and be getting those flags lowered, just because that is the right thing to do on that. The big issue we have now is this offends me, that offends me. I'm sorry. I am tired, and I mean sick and tired of hearing that bullshit. Well, when I was growing up, it wasn't a problem. We could say the Pledge of Allegiance every day. Well, now we can't because that offends somebody. We could say a prayer. That never offended anybody. But now, that offends somebody. Anything you do seems like that offends somebody. The Confederate flag is something that is offending people. Well, I'm sorry. What offends me is your black pride flag. How is that? That Confederate flag does not stand for what most people think it stands for. It doesn't stand for slavery, and it doesn't stand for racism. So get off your high horse and get over it. I'm tired of it. People can no longer fly that flag. It is stupid because somebody gets offended over a flag that doesn't even stand for what most people say it stands for. I've seen several people get together and show rallies, and that is great. I love it. I will support it 110%. I will fly the American flag at half-mast when I'm supposed to, and I will fly that rebel flag high and proud as long as I can. And I don't care if that offends somebody, because it does not offend me. That is the rights and separation and freedom for those people who earned that flag. There's people who died for those other people for that flag. There's people who died for our flag. And I want to say a very heartful and send my deepest condolences to the families of these brave young men who lost their lives 6 days ago today. 4 United States Marine Corps and 1 United States Navy sailor who fought for his life and tragically died. Why do we let this stuff get to us? We should defend ourselves, but as a nation and a country, it seems like that is not okay, because that offends somebody for carrying a firearm to defend ourselves. I'm not okay with that. I don't understand it. What's the point? Where are you getting with this? Because it doesn't do you any good. It is sad to see the country the way it is going. We're in so much debt that we're not going to be able to repay that for hundreds and hundreds of years. We need something done, and we need it done now. For you people that sit back at home and are supporting, whatever you're doing, you don't have a right to complain. You don't have a right to bitch unless you vote. So get off your ass and vote. You people that think that the local government and the state government doesn't listen, sometimes they do. Sometimes they don't. But the reaction it took for the local government here and our commissioners to get everything done, they listen. They know. Just let your voice be heard. Put the pressure on them. Remind them that the state is not always their boss.